Trying to exhaust the dreaded purple pop. Hey, this is Mary from Kamaj Fiber Arts, and here we are once again trying to exhaust the purple pop. It's been a while since I've tried it, and I thought, let me try it again because someone saw it on Instagram, and you know how it is. A challenge is a challenge. So anyway, so this is what I did. I used 0.5% depth of shade. I pre-soaked the fiber. I only started with one skein. So this is the skein I started with. This is a 4-ounce skein of yarn. I put it in the dye. I turned up the heat to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. I put in my acid. I let it cook for 30 minutes. The issue was there was so much dye left in the pot, I thought it's never going to exhaust. So I put in another skein of yarn, and you can see that this one's not quite as dark as the other one, but I wanted to use it as sort of a soaker to soak up the rest of the dye that was in the pot. Okay, so that happened. It didn't fully exhaust, so I thought, well, let it sit overnight. I mean, this stuff is crazy. I swear to goodness they put in a highlighter fluid in this. Okay, so this is 24 hours later, a good 24 hours. So I'm going to put this in the pot. And the reason I'm wearing gloves is because this water is very acidic, and it eats my hands up. They get so dry. So I use gloves. Okay, so there's that. But you can see there's still a fair amount of dye in the dye pot. I've tried everything to get rid of it. And I don't even know if I put in more soaker, because I used the correct amount of dye for the weight, which was, mind you, only 4 ounces. That's what we started with. I'm going to put some baking soda in this dye bath because it's acidic, and I need to neutralize it before I put it down my drain. Okay, so now it's ready to go down the drain. I'm going to fill this pot up, and then we're going to rinse it. I'll be right back. It bleeds it all. I always wash my wool, always wash my yarn, whatever I dye, at the very end. And I'm going to use Kookaburra Wash because it is made specifically for wool, and it's a pH of 7. It's very gentle on the fiber. Always use cold water. I'm going to fill this up, put some soap in, and then I'll come back and show you when I put the yarn in. And let's look together to see if it bleeds at all. Okay, a little bit of soap. This has some tea tree oil in it that they say helps with setting the dye. We'll see. Okay, let's put in this one first. And let's put in this one second. Sort of let them swish around a little bit. Let me get a spoon and let's see if we could see any dye leaching from this yarn. I don't see any color leaching, even though there was just a little bit in the dye pot. It's not leaching off the yarn. So let's sort of pull it out, take a look. So just a scant amount. All right, tell you what, let me dump this out. Let me put in some clear water, rinse it again, and let's see if it bleeds anymore. I'm using a lot of water. I want to put water up to the very top of this pot. Give it lots of room to move. All right, here we go. So let's put this one in. There, remember, there's a little bit of soap left in this because I just washed it, and now we're rinsing it. Let's put this one in. Sort of give it a little gentle swish. And let's just pull it out and see what happens. All right, I see no more leaching of dye. So if you want to use Dharma Purple Pop, use 0.5% depth of shade. Use the correct amount of dye per fiber weight and let it cool overnight. Let it cure overnight for at least 24 hours. Use a soaker if you have to, and there you go. That's how you work with Dharma Purple Pop. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I can't wait to see you next time.